For 47, he has Speaker, and a Speaker that is just around Deputy Speaker that is just around 45. It is a milestone. It's under 45. When it's under 45, it can be 41, 42, 43. That's achievement. We the new MPs, now we are hopeful. We know that the welfare of the new MPs in this Parliament is going to be one consideration. Mr. Speaker, you know the senior MPs. Oh, we are senior MPs. Well, you have junior MPs. That's what you guys need to say. So please, Mr. Deputy Speaker, we the junior MPs, as they want us to say it, we are very hopeful that this new leadership would consider that all MPs are MPs, not all senior MPs and new MPs. Mr. Speaker, Honourable Members, on that note, I also want to say once more, I felicitate you and the Speaker on behalf of the people of Gambia and also the members of the Northwest Caucus in this 6th Parliament. Thank you. Thank you very much.
From the PGMP.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Honourable Members, I have congratulated you earlier before. I have done it and I will do it again. First of all, I want to say thanks to God for the leaders that He has given to us. You and your boss. And my hope is that Honourable Singapore, I have known him for the past years. We have been here in this house. We are a member of a committee that was very strong, that we call P26. We've been here, we saw it all, and here, now he has waited patiently and he has attained to that. And I heard from your statement when you are addressing that you never thought of that. And that is how God works. No one knows tomorrow. And I heard from my other colleagues that they have hope. Yes, hope is yours. Just work diligently. Just be honest. Just believe in God. Just know that one day you'll be there. People might want to say, you are MP, you're 30%, you're whatever. But we are saying thanks to God. Initially, I was the only person in the leadership. And now, the last one we got to. And again, we have another additional. So meaning we are going there gradually. We are going there, we are very thankful. We are women. We don't fight. But we just raise our hands to say that we'll be there one day. And I want to say thank you. And to my speaker, I want to take this opportunity on behalf of my magistrate to congratulate you. If the youngsters have done it, I know the women will follow one day. And I have no doubt, no one knows tomorrow. I'm very much pleased. I'm happy again because you are one of our champions. He for she. And I have no doubt, both of you, you fought the cause. And I believe the women will not be left out. Think about the women in this house. When there are problems, we shouldn't be muzzled. Take us along. We are partners in development. We are pushers. We are makers. We are developers. We are caregivers. We are teachers. We are powerful instruments for development. If you want to succeed, take the women along. There is no parliament without the parliament that is there without the taking along of women. Is no parliament. Now we are 42. Work with us. Then you will see the difference that we make. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we in the Sierra Leone People's Party, we believe in inclusion. We have showed it. So that is why we are here today celebrating you people. And I have no doubt, you are God-fearing people like Honorable Senge Paul is a God-fearing people. It's always prayerful. And I hope God will lead him, like what my colleagues are saying. God will lead him through. So my sisters, now you are here with us. You are at the back. And everything, that is why I always say, God has his own time. And this is the time that you have shown. And you yourself have never thought of coming here in the first row. And you are here. We have elected you. You have voted for, we have elected you to champion the cause of women in this parliament. I have no doubt. We'll work with you. We'll make sure we succeed. Our expertise with my sister that we had, we impact it. We'll pass it on. If you fail, we have failed the people. You are not here all by yourself. You are here to represent the women of this country, of the voiceless. So we want you to prove it. If you are not doing it, you are lethargic somehow or whatever. Wake up, stand up. This is your chance. Show the women, show the people that yes, I can do it. If Honorable Veronica has done it and she has succeeded, while Honorable Nene has done it, she has succeeded, what about you? Show the people that, prove them wrong, prove them that you can do it. Please, do the needful. With that, again to my sister, you have joined me. 1 and 2. I know when I'm not there, you will do it. When I'm here, we do it together. So I have no iota of doubt that you cannot do it. You cannot do it. You cannot do the needful. Let us work together as a team. Let us work proof so that we have more women in the next parliament, or more women, we are expecting again, more women to be in the leadership. So with that, I want to say thank you. And I want you to send this message back to Mr. Speaker that we have no iota of doubt. Esotu Nafiaman, and he's so respectful. So I want you to send the message to the Speaker that we, the women, we are supporting you, we'll guide you, we'll give you our motherly advice, and we'll work together. The only thing, keep up the respect, work with your people, work with the youngsters, and work with the older folks. So thank you very much for everything, and I want to say thanks to my brothers out there for voting, for showing the democracy, working with us. Because 98, we didn't get the 98. You talked it up for us. So we also extend the olive branch to you by extending thank you to each and every one. We don't know who voted. As long as I have won, as long as we have won, we know that everybody voted for us. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
And I want to say, I want to echo Bishop, but with a slight modification that this is 50 for democracy, it's 50 for this parliament. It's a show of how decent this parliament is, and it's a show of the new trajectory that this parliament will take. I'm going to take, we are very close to 12. So I'm going to take the following members. The Honourable Abdul Karim Kamara from Gambia District.
Mr. Speaker, sorry sir, before they resume or to stand up, I just want to say for the victory of our sisters, we have small lunch. and a he for she at the beach, just small lunch, just at our Western parties. You know, we women, we do it. We lead and you follow. So please join us for all women, not only here, and the he for she. My sisters out there, and the he for she. If you know you are he for she, join us there. Thank you very much.
I want to thank the Honourable Members, and I want to understand our message this way, that the invitation is extended to we the men. That is my understanding. So I will take the Honourable Ibrahim Tawa from Gambia. I will take the Honourable Fango. I will take the PC Terena Tom Chef Kunyaya Ikuruma Fakulai. I will take the Honourable Maya Mabunya Zubu. I will take the Honourable Alpha. And I will take the Honourable Engineer Falatende.
Observation, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Kelly.
Yeah, observation, Mr. Speaker. I detect the people of Gambia a very small district with very few.
You know, Mr. Speaker, Honourable Members, I see my brother struggling to choose, to pick and choose among who should speak. That gives you the unique opportunity that every elected member in this world look forward to. Like other people who have brought you message of goodwill, I think I will deviate a bit. It is an opportunity for us as young people to ask ourselves many questions. Have we delivered as much as what has been given to us by the people of Sierra Leone? We are not the first set of young people that have been given short opportunities. Way back in the 80s, there was a set of young people that were ferried from overseas to come and handle the affairs of this country. And the former speaker happens to be one of them. We have the best of Sierra Leonean brains that were ferried back home. But with all that experience they gathered, how reflective is it to our nation today? When we thought all was lost, there was another set of young boys by then, today men who took upon themselves in khaki colors and they changed the regime. They were young, energetic young men. But with all their action, how reflective is it to our nation? Today, we are in the world of parliament in which, if you count in all the leadership, away from the female participation in leadership, we are all very young men. In governance, in the executive arm of government, we find young people. But sadly enough, this is the time our country is fighting economic turbulence. This is the time in which it has reached a point where people are telling us now, even if Jesus comes, the problem will not solve. It means as young people we need to do we need to go the extra mile. Maybe we need to forget a bit about our political colors we represent and look at genuinely what the issues are in our country. Maybe we need to open up the space so people can talk and we find solutions to their problems. Maybe we need to look at issues disturbing us as a country and we say, can we fix this particular problem and this particular time given? I want to say, I am confident Now we have a deputy speaker who, when he was named to be the deputy speaker, many people had a description of him already. In case nobody has told you, the people out there see you as a beacon of hope, one who stand to fight corruption. The lone voice when every other voice was silent. The one person who will say it is wrong regardless of colors. Then you were powerless. Today, you have the opportunity to speak at a level, an altitude in which most people see you as an envy to society. Will you remain to be the Honourable Tawa that every other person expects you to be? Will you now deviate and dance towards the party colors? Will you be pressured to look otherwise? You know, this is how unique it is always.
Be mindful of the time.
I will.
Because I intend to rise at 12 and it is very close to 12. And I want to give opportunity to the other speakers.
You know, and that's how unique Parliament is. My call is simple. I know many people. I will not speak of the speaker because he's not here and he will not hear me. So I will limit my intervention to the speaker sitting now who happens to be the deputy. The people of Sierra Leone expect much from you. The people of Sierra Leone believe with you in the leadership, you have the opportunity now to debate the audit report. I have said it is no report that has to do with political colors. Those who eat and chop from those audit reports are not politicians. It's high time we start to look and go after them now. As young people, what more do we need to ask for? At the highest end of the executive, you have a young person. In Parliament, you have a barrage of young people with energy to save this nation. Who are we? We are the lucky few that are here representing the majority. Many of our colleagues are still in the classrooms, suffering. Some are drug addicts today. What can we do to save the generation behind us? Thank you very much.
Honourable Mercy, please keep it short. I will not go beyond quarter past because the leaders will have to make Mobile mic, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honourable members, I feel belong when I heard you say that you are not voted for by the SLPP members of Parliament alone, but all political parties and the paramount chiefs. That implies you are not a speaker or deputy speaker for SLPP alone, but for Sierra Leone and all Sierra Leoneans. And I hope you work in the interest of us all. The speaker spoke about our welfare. I have no doubt. He has fight for our welfare in the 5th Parliament. And I know you people will continue to fight in the 6th Parliament until we achieve our goals. But Mr. Deputy Speaker, I am pleading that before the end of this year, we please amend our welfare issue and let's get what belongs to us. Some of us, some members of Parliament may not be coming back to this house, but if their welfare are met, I think in their retirement they will be happy and will live with their families. Mr. Speaker, Honourable members, let me appreciate the ladies, the female caucus, for giving us another hard-working lady, hard-working member, the name of Honourable Tawa. And again, for appointing our national mama of the house, Honourable Levy, as the Deputy Chief Whip. We did no mistake for appointing Honourable Levy, and you have added another feather to the wings of the whole district. I thank you, and I thank all honourable members. To our leaders, we appreciate you so much for being here for us and for bringing love and peace to us all. On that note, I congratulate you, Mr. Deputy Speaker and the Speaker. Honourable Tawa, you've always been with women. Don't forget us. We are there when we are not the Deputy Speaker, and I know you continue to stand for the women of this Parliament. I thank you.
Thank you very much, before I take over the Chief, let me use this opportunity to recognize Mr.
Songa, the President, the husband of the President of
whether he's here in respect of or to witness the apex point of his rescue. Had it not been for him, I would not have had the opportunity to sit here as Deputy Speaker. But when I was barricaded at Leone police station, dressed in police mufti, it was his bravery that rescued me from the hands of cold death.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. The PA to the mommy. PA to the mommy.
Mr. Speaker.
Any second. All in favor say aye. All against say nay. The ayes have it. Honourable PC, please keep it short.
Mr. Speaker, colleagues MPs, I am here this morning or this afternoon to congratulate the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker elected. But before I proceed further, I must say thanks and praise to the Tokendu President Leone and its Vice President, Dr. Mohamedou Dajalo, for donating brand new vehicles for the PCMP come across the nation. Bravo to Tokendu President Leone, bravo to Vice President. Now we can proud of going anywhere in this part of this country. Secondly, congratulations to the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker elected. This honourable has made no mistakes. Those guys are very robust, energetic, devoted, committed, and industrious. We hope you take this Parliament to another level than before. Mr. Speaker, honourable members of Parliament, I want you to pay attention to the ministerial building, airlift. People are stranded over there, more especially the old age. Some of them cannot reach up to 4th floor, leather, 5th floor. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. And then Honourable Hon Ibrahim.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Honourable Members, I think from the inception of this session, yes, indeed, I have been catching the eyes of the speakers at that seat. But then today is a special day for me, given the fact that on the day when we are about electing the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker, the first set of nominees, that is for the speakership, we had the Right Honourable Senator Solomon Thomas, who was then the Deputy Speaker. And then we had the Honourable Daniel Ibrahim Tawa, the Deputy Leader of one of the opposition. I looked at them, I said, oh, these are products of the 4th Parliament. And I am a product of the 5th Parliament. I began to wonder. So who is going to represent the 5th Parliament? Suddenly, somebody whispered to my ears that the 2 second sets of nominees, that is the one from this side, Honourable Haja Miata Amara, is a product of the 5th Parliament, and then Honourable Ibrahim Tawa from the 5th Parliament. So then SO2 with Pakando. So today I see the Speaker as representing the generation of the 5th Parliament. I mean the Deputy Speaker representing the generation of the 5th Parliament. It is no gainsaying that when you see your peers, one of your peers, your age mates, your contemporary, assuming leadership role, assuming special responsibilities, if you are somebody who believes in the development of society and not just yourself, you must be ready to support and feel good and felicitate that development. And so on that note, Mr. Speaker, I'll take the cue from the Honourable Member from Falaba. He themed his delivery or his presentation this morning. How do you want to be remembered after your tenure as the Deputy Speaker? Mr. Deputy Speaker, how would you want to be remembered upon the determination of your tenure as a Deputy Speaker? Would you like to be remembered in the annals of this House at the darkest corner? Or would you like to be remembered at the brightest corner of the annals of this House? That question is for you. It is not going, you are not going to answer it now. It remains how you carry yourself. When the Honourable, I think Deputy Whip 2 from the other side, was asking for your partnership with the women in this world, by extension, the entire nation, I would want to allay her fear that we are all aware that Honourable Ibrahim Tawa Conte is a true replica of the he for she in this world. And now you are representing the 5th Parliament, the generations of the 5th Parliament. You are here as part of the he for she. You are here across the country as a representative of a young people. So would you be the harbinger of a generational break from the concerns raised by Honourable AKK that since the 80s up till this point, we've had young people representing the people of Sierra Leone, young people given responsibilities to deliver this nation, but yet we are unable to see that generational break?
Honourable Member, in as much as I like your submission, we have to be mindful of time.
So, Mr. Speaker, for the Speaker, of course, he is my learned senior. When we are debating the issue of computing the quota for the 2/3, I can vividly recall when the leader of government business said, having listened to my colleagues on my side, and one of those colleagues happened to be the Deputy Speaker then, who was contesting this election, that he had decided to concede in the interest of progress. What does that mean? It shows it is my firm conviction that no lawyer will ever see or will ever want to be a party to the brazen breach of any law. As a lawyer, I am of that firm conviction. So the Speaker, Honourable Solomon Thomas, I would want to believe as a senior practitioner in this country, legal practitioner, we must be able to at least understand that these situations, the seamless democracy that brought you in, should be continued. How would that be continued? Respect for the rule of law. And because of time, Mr. Speaker, this is a symbol of democracy, a symbol of national cohesion. I thank you all for blessing you.
Thank you very much. Honourable Members, and she's going to be the last speaker before the leader's intervention. I am sorry to all those who intend to take the floor, and I assure them that in future debates, they will certainly have the floor. This is just the beginning of a very long journey.
Mr. Speaker, honourable members of the House of Parliament, I am so excited to be able to give felicitations for a huge success that has come our way in the 6th Parliament. So, Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the people of Pujaon District, Wanjama, the beautiful land with tasty fish, and the land where the field salon has anchored its roots through the Bondapi food program, I would like to say thank you to this house. Thank you to the All People's Congress parliamentarians. Thank you to the Sierra Leone People's Party parliamentarians for deciding to have a formidable team made up of carefully selected, carefully educated, carefully selected, and carefully trained members of a team. The Speaker, who I know is one of the honourable members who are fair, our Deputy Speaker, your very self, Honourable Ibrahim Tawa Conte, a man I have engaged with, a decent gentleman who would work from morn till night just to ensure that things happen. And I know that our leader also, Honourable Segepo Solomon Thomas, is an astute, trained, qualified, educated, and a gentleman who would lead us in the right direction. So there is positive change in the House of Parliament, positive change in our lives, our welfare as parliamentarians. This has to change a bit because even our allowances are not good for us. Our salary is not good. I am hoping that this team will push for equality, for fairness, and for our welfare. Congratulations. Now to my wonderful mamas and sisters. Congratulations. My leader, now our Deputy Whip. Felicitations from the people of Pujaon District and Wanjama. You are a woman of substance and you deserve what you have received. With humility, you have led us and God has raised you to higher heights. Honourable Nene Lebi, congratulations. And to our new female caucus leader, the powerful Honourable Bernadette Wiata Songa of Kailao District. I I know that she is going to excel the limits that we have set. The sky is not only the limit, the galaxy is your limit. Madam, Honourable Presided, we are Tasunga. Congratulations as well. From the people of Pujon district,
I remember on that note,
we are extremely pleased to have such young leadership like you, and it's also gender inclusive. I would like you to remember as a team that the Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Act is written in ink, it's written on paper, but it has to be actualized. Sometimes we forget. We are here, 42 of us. We are moving with the times. We are flowing. We are forgetting. Women, we are forgetting that we have to continue to advocate for other women. And we have to make the Gewe Act work. Thank you to those who have worked towards it. The she for his, the he for she's, and the she for she's and his. Thank you to the 5th Parliament. The 6th Parliament, we have a responsibility, both women and men, to make the Gewe Act work. We shouldn't forget that implementation is bigger than just a document that we have in our hands. On that note, congratulations from the people of Wanjama. We wish you well, we wish you good health, we wish you good luck and an inspiration to do more for us as parliamentarians and the country as a whole. Thank you very much.
okay, we've reached at a convenient point where we're going to wrap up this debate. So I will call on the leader of the opposition.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Honourable Members, like a very notable member, former member of Parliament, often say it is well. Today again. And I want to borrow from that common say that today again, we are here to give felicitation on people who have been elected from amongst us. I would remember that sometime in 2013, Honourable Bashir and I, and of course SOS, when we are here, an amendment was done on the Constitution. And that amendment was to have one of us to be elected to Speaker, these are all Deputy Speaker. Of course, Deputy Speaker has been always the practice, but for Speaker, most of the time we see people who have not been members of Parliament being elected to occupy that office. But since that amendment, we have gotten members who have been elected, either those that have been members of Parliament or those that are serving as members of Parliament. But I want to state here for the record that the Honourable Sengepo Thomas is the 2nd member of Parliament that's been elected who is a current member of Parliament. And for the record, Mr. Speaker, unlike what we had in 2013, when the Honourable SPP Dubia was elected, he had 100 votes. He was representing constituency 100. In fact, the election we said it was 100 for 100. But when you compute the score into percentage, he had about 80% of members of Parliament at that time. But for the Speaker we have now, out of the 145 members of Parliament, he scored 128. And if you compute that in percentage, he scored over 88%. That in its very self is a record that he has said that so many MPs place so much confidence in him, so much trust in him, not because he's just one of us, but because we have worked with him and know he can deliver. But Mr. Speaker, remember, there's a saying that says, to whom much is given, much is expected. What we did on that day is something that we should celebrate as parliamentarians. It is something that we should celebrate as a country, because we put to test and we demonstrated that indeed we can reposition our country into the right trajectory. And that was exactly what we did on that day. We ushered in an election that was not only transparent, but of course also peaceful.
and very much it sends a message to everyone that that should be the way to go. And Mr. Speaker, Honourable Members, much has been said about you. Much has been said about the Speaker, much has been said about you as well. And I wouldn't want to take much of the house time to repeat all of those fine sentiments, because we believe if you people we are not, or you we are not good men, we wouldn't have elected you. But because we believe that you can perform, because we believe you can do better, that was the more reason why we gave you a percentage higher than what no other MP has ever gotten here to be elected as Speaker or Deputy Speaker. But again, we want you to know that on this side, we are always ready to support government, because we believe we are a responsible opposition. We believe we are part of governance. And who tells you to think that because the other side has the number, you don't need the opposition? No parliament functions without an effective opposition. And all over the world, the opposition, you don't treat the opposition based on their number. You treat us based on our voices. And I want to reiterate that we are 52 or 54 as the case may be, but our voices are louder than anything you can think about. And so be it, as demonstrated that day, that no party has 2/3 majority here. But we believe we can always get what we want when we dialogue. Dialogue should be the way to go. Dialogue should be the way we should get things done. It's not new for us to have a non-parliament. We have got a non-parliament, yet we are able to pass progressive laws. And we believe we can do better this time around. Mr. Speaker, you can be remembered about Section 1195 of the Constitution. When you were another member of Parliament, you are very much vociferous in raising what Section 119 of the Constitution says. It says that the Auditor General's report has to be debated. It is the recommendations of that debate that should be sent to the Public Accounts Committee. The public is expecting that now that you are now the automatic chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, of strict adherence of Section 1195 should be seen to happen. Like I say often, the Auditor General's report is not just a political document. Most of the heads of MBAs, the vote controllers, most of them are not even party card carriers. But we as MPs often take the bullets for them. After so much misappropriation, as alleged by the Auditor General's findings, we come here and attempt to cover them. Being that to be the biggest disservice. But one thing I know, you are a man that says things by their names. You have proven that. To a point that there was a time when you were even sent to the disciplinary committee, that's the Committee on Ethics and Privileges. That was a demonstration that there are times you can stand above party politics. And of course, we know you have a mind of your own. And please note, unlike how you were as another member of Parliament, the fact that you are not occupying that seat, you are no longer serving the SFPP. You are not just serving the people of Lumley. You are not serving this house. We want to see a speakership that will respect the opposition. We want to see a speakership that will accord us freedom of speech. The only place where MPs have the latitude to speak their minds, to express the views of their acquaintance is Parliament. So we want to see that you open up the space so that more MPs will have the opportunity to make use of SO23 and also even SO19, which is question time for ministers. That has been in moribund for the longest of time. Ministers ought to be coming to this well to answer to questions that affect our people. Today there are many wrongs that are happening. SLRSA are already collecting fees on something that they were supposed to come to Parliament. As I speak, they are collecting license on rates that were never approved by Parliament. But if question times are fully implemented, I'm sure those are things we could be able to prevent. So I want to assure you of this other side of the House's commitment that we continue to be patriotic Leoneans and want to tell Leoneans that the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker of this House are not just elected by members of Parliament of the SFP, but they are elected by members of Parliament of this House who are inclusive of SFPP, APC, and of course the Parliamentary MPs. On that note, Mr. Speaker, Honourable Members, want you to continue to be fair and democratic in the discharge of your duties. We have demonstrated that we can be democratic. Please let's not go back to those days where we have to bulldoze our way to get this done. We are a listening opposition. When we see that there is a trajectory where we can see reason on things that can benefit Leoneans, we can see how we can adjust for the benefits of our citizens. On that note, Mr. Speaker, Honourable Members, I want to congratulate Mr. Speaker and your very self. We want to wish you well, and lastly, we want to assure you of our unflinching commitment to supporting your administration to see that we have a parliament that will usher in more goodies than all other parliaments. Thank you very much.
I want to thank the acting leader of the opposition, and I want to assure him on behalf of Mr. Speaker and my very self that it is our objective to keep this house together. It's our objective to be fair, and it's our objective to ensure that the basic tenets of our constitution is adhered to. I will now give the floor to the acting leader of government.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Honourable Members, today with the Speaker, Honourable Senator Thomas, and you, it has given us hope as parliamentarians. The Honourable Senator Thomas was here in 2013 when we amended the Constitution so that one of us will be Speaker. He has come through the ranks from an ordinary member of Parliament to Deputy Speaker and now Speaker. It shows any one of us will be Speaker one day. That is the more reason we should give you the maximum support you deserve. Mr. Speaker, Honourable Members, the Honourable Secretary Solomon Thomas is the youngest Speaker of this Republic. And as I have said, he will be the guinea pig for this position. And you are also the youngest Speaker, Deputy Speaker. I could remember when we voted for the Honourable Cherino Juba, sometimes in 2012. He was 43 years old. Today, you occupy that position as deputy leader at the age of 42. It shows you are going to serve as the youngest deputy speaker. The two of you are representing the young people of this nation. If you succeed, more young people will be given the opportunity to serve at that office. If you fail, you'll not just be failing yourself, you'll be failing the young people of this republic. So we don't have any business for you to fail. We don't. You should succeed, and if you succeed, you are succeeding for us. Mr. Speaker, Honourable Members, the position the two people are occupying today is what God has destined for them. Because I could remember, Mr. Speaker, Honourable Secretary Thomas in 2018 when we were doing the elections, after winning the symbols, he called me and said, Bash SO2, I want to be leader. He did not say I want to be deputy speaker. He said, Bash, I want to be leader. I could remember I was in Bo. But clearly, even before the 2018, before dissolving Parliament of 2018, we have arranged ourselves and have decided that the Honourable Parad Umar Tarani should be the deputy speaker if we come back in 2018. We have arranged among ourselves. Unfortunately, he was not able to survive the single fight. So when Sengepo called and said, Bash, I want to be the leader, I said no. We wanted Param, but Param is not coming because it did not survive the symbol fight. I would recommend that you throw your weight for the position of Deputy Speaker. You could imagine we are in opposition. Nobody thought we are going to win. He wanted to be minority leader or now opposition leader. I said, throw your weight in that ring and be the Deputy Speaker. And he said, Dash, are you sure? I said, yes. And he said, okay, settle for it. That was how we settled for the position of Deputy Speaker for Honourable Sengepo Tawa. Today, the fourth Parliament is serving as the Speaker and the Clerk. I believe those that are responsible for the investigation of Honourable Param should be wrapping up. So we have him here in this way to help his colleague, Honourable Sengepo Tawa, to deliver on the aspirations we all came in 2012. With the support of you in the 5th Parliament, and with Honourable Param and Honourable Thomas, definitely our dreams will come true. Mr. Speaker, Honourable Members, today everybody is congratulating you. Some few months, some few years down the line, the same colleagues will be castigating you. And that's what leadership goes with. The expectations are extremely very high. The hopes are extremely very high. We hope you will not disappoint the majority of the MPs, because there is no way these two men will be able to please all of us together. Even during this fourth sitting, you see most of the MPs who are unfortunate to have their seat, they have left. This is the beginning of the issues you will be getting. Because you'll be deciding from amongst all of us who should speak, the opportunities are small. You'll be deciding from among 149 MPs who will enjoy these opportunities. And all of us want to enjoy the same opportunity. So these are the issues we'll be facing. For some of us who have traveled to other parliaments, Mr. Deputy Speaker, when you were the Deputy Chief Whip too, you started by bringing sanity to this parliament. When we travel to other parliaments, you see the decorum, you see the sanity. Today, even when parliament is not sitting, the parliament looks like a business place. No sanity, no decorum. Everybody, the whole place is just scattered. For some of us who have traveled to other parliaments, when you go to this parliament, you hardly see people outside. Everybody thinks you want to. We hope you bring decorum to this parliament. Before we came to this parliament in 2012, when Honourable Leone and Honourable Matthew were here in 2007 through 2012, you will enjoy the decorum. When you come to visit parliament, it's odd for you to become a member of parliament because of the decorum, the way you see the sanity. Today somebody told me, Honourable Bash, what are you doing? Parliament all man is good enough. Because those days, people to say I am going to parliament, people are scared. But today, even our security, you can call somebody, even at the members' lounge, where members of parliament should be seated. Go there now and see people. Some people even come and sleep at that lounge. They come and have a rest. So we don't have privacy. As members of parliament, we don't have offices. The members' lounge is our office. It should be restricted for members of parliament where we discuss our issues. Today, that is why everything we arrange and decide on is outside. Because even our own conversation, people are recording. Mr. Speaker and Deputy Speaker, please bring sanity to this parliament. Make this parliament enviable again. Make this parliament the supreme arm of government. You just don't walk into state house like that. You cannot. You just don't walk and go and keep company at state house. Go to our canteen. There are people who sit in that canteen. They have no business in coming to that canteen. When members of parliament are talking their secret businesses, you see staff and other intruders there. No privacy. In fact, MPs are now running out of the canteen, the lounge, and leaving it for non-members. So, Mr. Speaker, Honourable Members, I am happy. I know, like you said, you might have this dream, but not in this shortest period. That means what God has destined for you is what He has given you. Others wanted it, but the Lord fell on you. Congratulations and your wishes. Thank you very much.
I want to thank the Honourable Acting Leader of Government Business, and I want to share the sentiments of colleagues, members of Parliament. Like the Speaker, I'm still a member of Parliament, so I want to share the sentiments of colleagues, members of Parliament, and to assure you that it is our strongest determination that in this our dispensation that we take giant steps forward to ensure that offices are established for members of Parliament. It is also our strongest determination to ensure that the welfare of members of Parliament is catered for. We intend to restore the old sanity that the acting leader has mentioned, and we want to take it to a notch above what he used to know. So I know after the felicitation today, it should be clear to every member of Parliament and to our colleagues in the service that the honeymoon is over, business as usual has come to an end, work has started, and everybody should brace up for change. On that note, I want to use this opportunity on behalf of Mr. Speaker to say thank you to colleagues for electing us once again and for your confidence in us, and I assure you that your confidence is not misplaced. We will deliver on the targets that you have in mind, and we will deliver on point. Thank you. Any announcements?
Mr. Speaker, before the announcement. Mr. Speaker, as honourable members, I am sure most colleagues could not make it to Parliament because as we sit here, the field crisis continue into the second week. And the interesting fact is PRA that is responsible for the field regulation in Sierra Leone are saying we have field in stores, and the field dealers have the field. But Mr. Speaker, I queued this morning from 7 to almost 11, and I could not get the field. And the stations are all closed. Interestingly, we cannot continue like this as a nation. If government regulation agencies say there is field, but the field dealers are not selling the field, and our people are constrained. You go to business places, they are closed even before time. If we are struggling with electricity, we must not also struggle with the alternative source, which is field, or else the situation will be much more disastrous. I will not accept to say we leave our case to God. This is not a religious matter. This is an issue we can fix as a nation. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, let me also bring to your notice that for almost a month or two, the Honourable Member from Western area, Honourable Umpa, has raised the issue of Gully Street. There is a big hole right in the middle of Gully Street by Eastern Police. And almost every day we have accidents in that hole. And we cannot continue with this. And one of the things we want to see going forward in this parliament is not just to say, let's invite these people who are responsible, but we want to see tangible actions being taken. We cannot continue like this. I want to beg your office that with the issue of the fuel, can we have PRA as soon as possible? So they really come to tell us what the situation with the fuel crisis in the country. It's unbearable. Kids cannot go to school on time because transportation is a problem. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honourable Member. I take your concern. Sorry.
Mr. Speaker, Honourable Members.
Sorry, Honourable Member, you see no seat. I take your concern, and I want to assure you that, as said by the PRA, there is fear in the country, and they are rationing because there is a delay in the expected, or there is a delay from the expected fuel boat that was supposed to have landed or to have jet in around Friday. But it is expected that by tomorrow, the fuel would have been in country and would have been discharged for immediate supply, for free flow. However, I will refer the matter to the Committee on Trade so that the PRA will come to Parliament and give us in-depth detail as to the timetable and what is expected. Honourable Queen, 1 minute, please.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, I want to bring to your notice that us, the new MPs and
Honourable members, I would encourage you that if you want to take the floor, you must stand on something.
Echo 23, sir. I stand on 23, sir. Sir, I want to bring to your notice that us, the new MPs and the young MPs of this Parliament are facing a whole lot of embarrassment in this country. Since we came here as members of Parliament, we haven't gotten our ID cards, which signify authority, and so many occasions or areas we go, when we are asked for ID card in order to identify ourselves, we don't have that group. So it becomes embarrassment to some of us. So I want to bring it to the notice of this House that those that are responsible for our ID cards, please prepare it and submit it to us. Thank you.
Point is well noted. On that note, Honourable Members, I adjourn the House to Thursday, 7th May 2024, Thursday, 9th May 2024 at 10 a.m.
Wrong. Yes.